Jordan Love is just not making the plays that are there to be had.
People think the games are rigged and they need refunds.
If they don't win this game, they're not winning the division.
It's got to be Tua.
They do not profile like a 10-win team. They profile like 7-win type teams. I can't wait to let 18 and 22-year-olds go through the I made a call, to Vegas. I said, look, we actually need the paper here.
What's going on, everyone? Bear Bets Podcast, NFL Style is back. Geoff Schwartz, Sammy P. Join me as always. You guys know that I like to dabble in these parlays and such. I've got a little parlay coming up here for you in a bit to kind of get you pique your curiosity.
I was very excited when you sent this over because I don't get in on these very often. I've tried to do these cross-sport parlays and just failed miserably, to be honest with you. But this one should be a lot of fun, Sammy. I tailed. You tail?
If anybody's down for a peekaboo parlay, it's me. So yes.
All right, Bear. So let's get to this parlay you did. It includes some NFL. It's all NFL, right? It's all NFL.
It's all NFL.
All NFL parlay.
All
Let's
On the NFL show.
lead us off here.
Yeah. That's a very good point, Sammy.
But he did send us a second one that included a soccer team in it too. I wasn't quite sure which one we were talking about. That was the NFL one only. Let's go NFL, Bear. What's your first leg of your parlay here?
The first one is Mike Vrabel, Coach of the Year. And again, the price that I had here was plus 125 with this particular book where I made it, which was FanDuel, because this is a book that allowed me to do it. So Vrabel, I think the biggest narrative before the year, Bills are the biggest division favorite. They're going to win the East. Patriots going to win the East. Patriots are probably going to be the 1 seed in the AFC. Nobody could get enough about Mike Vrabel before the year, about him coming back and being the coach.
Yeah.
He got screwed at Tennessee. He should have never been fired. They're 13-4. They're the 1 seed. They win that division. He's going to be Coach of the Year, we think. Yes.
Yeah.
Corner of the market on this one?
Is he part of the corner of the market?
Yeah, but he loses like
when you have 8 coaches, I mean, really can't lose.
Sammy, the other one, I know you probably like this. I know you're probably hoping he can somehow maybe get Offensive Player of the Year. Christian McCaffrey, plus 120, Comeback Player of the Year. I thought Dak might be live for a while. Aiden Hutchinson might be live for a while, but he is the Niners offense. Without him, they don't have anybody who can catch the ball. I think if he breaks that receiving record by a running back, which he probably will, he's going to be Comeback Player of the Year. They're probably going to finish 11-10-7, probably make the
schedule
playoffs.
is so easy, even though like they're not good right now because their defense is really bad. Their schedule, I mean, it's just they throw their helmet out there and win a lot of these games moving forward. The one thing I just hope AP voters just don't vote Daniel Jones Comeback Player of the Year. This award for the 100th time should be about a guy coming back from injury. We've been over this many times. And right now, Daniel Jones is 10-1, so he's not close to being a favorite. But if Indy plays well, continues to play well, and maybe McCaffrey slows down a little bit, I think if it's someone off an injury, it's going to be McCaffrey.
I just need Purdy to come back eventually. I heard he's aggressively progressing today.
Like
they keep changing the adverb.
They keep
saying he's progressing.
Yes.
Now it's aggressive progression.
Just put him out there already and make life easier on McCaffrey, because with Mac Jones, the offense isn't as versatile. Not to say there's a big gap between Purdy and Mac, but McCaffrey's life is easier when Purdy's out there, and then hopefully Ayuk comes back, and that makes everything easier too. So
it does.
I think he should win. I don't think he's going to win, unfortunately, the Offensive Player, Bear. I got to go up against Jonathan Taylor and JSN.
Yeah, that you might be up against it.
I'm definitely up against it. You're being kind.
I want to try and let you down easy. I'll give you a hug, put my arm around you. And,
thank you, Bear.
Offensive Rookie of the Year, I think it was down to 2 guys, Emeka Egbuka and Jackson Dart. I know some people have Tyler Warren in there as well, but the way Egbuka has been all year long, outside of the hamstring injury week that he had, he's the guy now with Mike Evans being out for the year. He's on a team with Baker Mayfield. They're going to continue to throw and throw and throw. He is one of the best receivers in the league right now. We talked about him before the year. I got him at like 32-1. So knock on wood, this leg does hit. Probably shouldn't have put it in there just for that reason. But I think with the Jackson Dart injury, if I'm the Giants, I don't rush him back at all. I don't even know if I'd play him at all. And even if he does come back, like, remember, he didn't start the year. He missed a couple of weeks of play already. So, like, if Jackson Dart plays 10 or 11 games, is he still going to be offensive rookie of the year. I doubt it. I think BUCS is a standout right now in this category.
Plus, if the BUCS win the division, obviously that plays a bit bigger role than Jackson Dart going 4-13 on the Giants. And maybe if Jameis plays well, that to your point, they don't even rush him back, right? I mean, if you look at the Giants ownership at the moment, you don't have a head coach. Why rush Dart? But he said he's been tested in 4 games for concussion, which is not good for a young quarterback. And he's got to learn how to just. I love the passion, but you got to slide, buddy. You just have to avoid the hits as best possible. I mean, those are things that like Lamar Jackson, for everything he does, he avoids hits maybe better than anyone I've ever seen at that position. You have to be able to run and then avoid that big contact.
Darnold and Stafford for the #1 seed, MVP on the line, just like we all thought in August, right? Darnold and Stafford this Sunday with a lot on the line.
And that's why I got Matthew Stafford here right now as my MVP choice, as my final leg, 3-1.
I love it.
Again, Darnold was in the same position last year, which I think is kind of interesting, and then kind of faded down the stretch, #1 seed, home field, all that. Like, loser here is probably going to lose division, have to go on the road. But again, narrative type award. Stafford,
lifetime achievement award.
We were talking before the year about back injury. You got to fade all of his totals, unders, quarter, and those are all tissues, toilet paper, coasters, whatever. Right now, Sammy.
Wise guys were betting them to miss the playoffs and under the win total all summer in Vegas.
And this also could be like a lifetime achievement award for him, right? Like what he's done. He finally got over 500, which is kind of wild. At 500 as a quarterback, but just also got to like he's not made. I don't think he's made an All-Pro team in his career. Obviously, won a Super Bowl. He's gonna be one of the all-time passers in NFL history. And to play this way at his age, if they get the 1 seed, which is certainly possible right now with the way the rest of NFC is playing, he will win this award. So I like this a lot.
But Darnold, to echo Sammy's point, I think is live. I still think Jonathan Taylor could potentially be live as well. But again, that's 35-1 on that 4-legged parlay right there. If you want to tail, go right ahead and
let us know on our social channels which is your favorite of these 4 wagers, because I like a lot of them. Bear, I tailed you. Sammy tailed you. Ready to go. But we call it peekaboo.
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 It was a nice surprise. I mean, when Bear sends you a parlay, you look at the phone and you go,
I'm in.
Just bet this.
I'm
you
in.
like the shirt today, by the way?
Back-to-back USA World War champs.
I know. When you said something in the hallway, I knew you liked it.
It's a good
I was
shirt.
leading the witness.
I like the shirt.
And by the way, the other parlay that Sammy was talking about was 16-1 Vrabel Coach of the Year, which I think is the most solid of all those. Will had mentioned it on the college football pod the other day about the OKC winning 70 games. That's plus 430 in there, and then Arsenal minus 220 to win the English Premier League. So that's a little plus 1560 right there.
I didn't come in today and hear any crazy like soccer stories from Bear.
No, we quiet week. We got some World Cup qualifiers going on. Actually, probably going to fire in a little Serbia under a half on the road against
summer
England.
to just study up on soccer.
Oh, it's going to be.
What did he say last week?
I got
Kazakhstan
lost. I got killed. Yeah, the Kazakh. Yeah, the Kazakh. Yeah, the Karate Almaty's goal, Kazakhstan goal at San Siro. It ruined me. Yeah, I
after he almost cost me a lot of money on Albania.
I worked for free last week.
That was well, we don't want that, but maybe you can make it back.
No, I don't either.
maybe we can make it back with some of your best bets here for the NFL. We'll let you lead us off. What do you?
Well, how could taking Jacksonville +3 go anything but badly?
Right? The worst thing imaginable.
Oh, it's a team that you hate betting on because you know every single week that the Jaguars are going to do something absolutely stupid. Stupid penalty, stupid play, decision, drop a pass, sack, in a turnover. It's going to happen. But that game Sunday night, we're really the Chargers are really favored on the road. That game Sunday night was about bad Pittsburgh than anything else.
And Jacksonville can rush the passer a little bit.
I like the Jags here at home getting a field goal.
The pros have done this for years. They take the Chargers when they're getting points, and they fade them as road favorites. This is a professional angle. Yes, well, you are a pro. Yeah,
there you go, Bear.
This is what they do. They take them when they're dogs, and they fade them on the road when they're laying 2.5, 3.
What do you got, Sammy? Best bet?
I'm going to go Vikings.
Love it.
Yeah, I mean, this is the NFL, right? The Bears are good, 6-3. They're going to make the playoffs, and then they're going to lose by 7 to the Vikings. I know, Bear, it's tough to get behind a JJ McCarthy wager, but
that was so awful on Sunday.
I know.
Well, when someone came out and said that Lamar had not won in Minnesota before, I figured it was time for him to win and cover this game. So
That pissed me off.
That was a complete
8 false start penalties at home.
Can't happen. That said, the NFL, you know how the NFL works. They're going to win this week.
And Geoff Schwartz, Minnesota Viking offensive line, would never have 8 false start penalties.
Never.
By the way, did you see the meme that they took the JJ McCarthy,
Yeah.
and they took the meme and said, "Here's JJ walking into the Ann Arbor Chevy to sell you a truck."
Well, that video, by the way, when they won 2 weeks ago at Detroit, was so cringy.
Yeah.
That I figured they weren't going to win this week. Like there's an evenness to like the way you celebrate in the NFL because it's a long freaking season that you can't be like that high or it looks like that. And so I think Minnesota has business weekend. My first best bet of the week is the Giants +7. Hosting the guys. Here's the Packers' last 7 games. Okay, I'm just going to read them to you. We have time. The Browns, they lost by 3 in Cleveland. They tied the Cowboys. They beat the Bengals by 9 as almost 2 touchdown favorites. That was Flacco's favorite game. They beat the Cardinals by 4. They need a comeback to beat the Cardinals. They covered against Pittsburgh. They won by 10.
That was in Arizona. I had Arizona as my survivor pick that day.
They lost to the Panthers and lost the Eagles. They've covered 1 of their last 7 games. I believe that's correct. They're not fearful at all in offense. They looked terrible Monday night, and we all thought maybe they would look better off that loss to the Panthers. No. Giants defense line we know is really good. And look, Jameis Winston, the highs are high and the lows are lows. I hope I get a lot of high in this game from Winston.
The greatest city in the world.
But I get 7 points here with the Giants. I'll gladly take it here. We have bonus bets now. Sammy, you have a bonus bet for us.
Oh, everybody's just talking about the Lions and the Niners and the Rams and the Seahawks, and the Eagles are going to win the 1 seed. They're going to be the 1 seed in the NFC again. And everybody just keeps trying to cut them down. All they do is win. Did you see Jalen Phillips the other night, by the way?
It looked really good,
Holy cow. Eagles -2.5. I think this gets to 3, Bear.
I like taking A.J. Brown over receptions the game after he complained. So that's basically, I've done it like 5 times so far this season. But like he complained again. He was open. They didn't throw him the ball. I get it. I think A.J. Brown, whether you could find some of those like first quarter wagers every now and then, like first quarter yards, maybe receptions. I think they target him early in the season.
There also wasn't a whole lot of time for Jalen Hurts to throw the ball on Monday night.
No, because I mean, when Lane gets hurt, it kind of takes everything away.
And
he came back in, but he came back in for the last drive of the game. But who knows how he is now? Obviously, 6 days later, it was. And Parsons is good. There's no Parsons on the Lions. I mean, they have Hutchinson, obviously, but a different type of pass rusher.
Packers, you went down there, schedule playoff team. Like I think the biggest issue. Like I would love to bet and no on the Packers. I'm kind of leading you. I'm kind of leading you here, but like,
Giants,
who's it going to be that takes their spot?
So it's Vikings, Lions, Bears, Broncos, Bears, Ravens, Vikings. Well, take their spot. Maybe you have what the Niners just continue to win.
It has to be them.
They're +280 to miss.
I know. The thing that's tough about the NFL, obviously, is that it's such a long season. You can have a lull and pop out of it and be good. But the Packers are getting worse throughout the season.
They lost their center as well for the year.
Yeah, they did. I saw that. And he's their best offensive lineman. But to me, a lot of it comes down to process. Like very clearly, Jordan Love and LaFleur are just not on the same page is the wrong word to say, but he's very frustrated. You can see visibly frustrated with the offense. And Jordan Love is just not making the plays that are there to be had. Why would he do it all of a sudden when he hasn't done it most of the season? $55 million a year, man. $50 million a year.
A lot of money. And Packer fans I talked to were like, the coach has to go.
No.
Like, are we watching the same game?
This guy's open. He's just not throwing the ball to them. The other game that I like here, I like Tampa Bay +5.5. It's mostly because Buffalo's what is Buffalo?
Very mid.
Their last 5 games, lose the Patriots, lose the Falcons. They beat the Panthers. They did beat Kansas City, which they do every single season. And then what was that Sunday? And then to come out and say after the game, like, we just didn't try very hard. We weren't prepared well enough. It's the NFL. What do you mean not prepared well enough? You're a team that wants to go back to the AFC Championship game or even making the Super Bowl. I think Tampa Bay is it's just a tough matchup for them, especially after really, I think, playing poorly in the trenches in this game. They're going to run the ball a lot. As we record this today on Thursday, Bucky Irving back at practice. Huge deal for Tampa Bay if he can play in this game because we know Buffalo cannot defend the run. So I like Tampa Bay +5.5 here. And then again, in super prop, same one I do every week. I will take the tight end facing the Dolphins.
Did it hit last week?
No, 'cause the kid got hurt.
So
Yeah.
only injuries are slowing
So
this.
he had 37 yards in the first half and then got hurt, and then his backup had 37 yards as well.
Did you ask for a
So
refund from
I
the
did not ask for a
sportsbook?
refund.
I was going to say, well, no Fanatics fair play.
Well, Fanatics limits me to $7 a wager for the last 4 years. So I don't make any plays on their sports book. No, look, I've actually never gotten like a refund for any of that ever, that's part of gambling. Like you had bad luck.
I know, but
And
people think that the games are
He
rigged.
did
and they
drop
need
a pass
refunds.
in the pouring rain at the end of the first half that would have gone over, but I mean, hey, it happened. So Zach Ertz over this weekend. The game, I believe that's the one in Berlin, correct? No, Madrid this weekend. Ertz, Mariota, the connection's pretty strong right now. This number keeps going up and up and up. It's like 50 now.
Okay.
But I like Ertz over receptions,
We
over receiving yards, I should say.
we have to do our listeners a solid here.
Yeah,
The two biggest games of the week we have not mentioned: Seahawks at Rams,
yeah.
and Chiefs Broncos. Any
Well, it's a ton of
thoughts
big-
here?
I would take the Rams minus the 3. Look, I cannot get out of my head Sam Darnold laying those eggs last season in these big games. And I'm not saying he's going to just automatically do it again, but I think the Rams are just a better team. I think they're more locked in. They have more ways to do things. They actually run the ball. The Seahawks cannot run the football. I think that's a huge problem on the road, Sammy. So I would lean Rams here minus 3. It's not going to make like any contest card. I look in that direction.
I want to bet the Broncos situationally
Yes.
so bad.
So I.
I want to. The injury report's not good in Denver. It's not good. And everybody's healthy for the Chiefs, except for Pacheco.
Well, they're off a bye.
Who else besides Surtain out?
There was 4 guys. I got 4 guys on the defense. I got to pull my computer up here. Let's see. Singleton, Surtain, Ellis, Jonathan Cooper.
Yeah, a bunch of pass rushers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pass rushers against Mahomes not having that.
And we know that the Chiefs off a bye historically have been really good. Josh Simmons is back. They didn't play well last week, and this is the time of year when like this is the home stretch, right? They have to, if they don't win this game, they're not winning the division.
No.
So but the thing is, this is situationally to Sammy's point. Like you can't like Kansas City minus 3.5.
I mean, you could.
You
Andy
could.
Reid off a bye is 22-4.
And you talked about with the Packers, and you went down and listed their
Oh,
last.
the Broncos they're the most Fugazi.
Beat Raiders in an awful 10-7 game. Beat
Fair.
Texans in a game you had no business winning.
The Stroud got hurt.
Stroud got hurt.
You
Giants,
33 fourth quarter
ridiculous
points.
comeback. Jets 13-11. Justin Fields can't complete a pass over in England. Eagles, ridiculous fourth quarter. Like, that's your last 6 games.
I saw the stat this
It
year.
should be
this
2
year.
and 4 in those
I
games.
saw the stat this year that when teams score 20 points or less, they're 3-41, and the Broncos are 3-0. 20 points or
That's
less.
a great stat.
20 points or less. So
So I'm thinking if I just stay off Denver, Bear, that's a win, is what I'm getting at. Because I don't think I'm going to get there on the Broncos.
Yeah, I can't either. I have enough in the Chiefs division
so
bets
do I have a lot.
to not take to not go here. But I think I am going to bet bet the Rams here. I think.
I think looking at a like Xavier Worthy, Rashee Rice over with Surtain out, especially off a bye, I think Rice will start dialing things up a little bit more for him. Certainly worth looking at now. We have a 2 Super 6 to get into, presented by DraftKings. Which team will score the most points this week? The Rams, we just talked about Denver, Seattle, Buffalo hosting Tampa Bay, the Bears at Minnesota, the Packers at the Giants. It's got to be the
Be the Bills,
Rams or
right?
Bills, right? One of those two.
Yeah, I mean, at least Seattle's defense is good.
But dude, Buffalo, the last 3 losses, 20 points, 13 last weekend, and the other one was 14.
And they had none going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So you would think they'd probably play better. I think of
I
those
think
teams,
so.
of the opponents, I think their
Yeah.
defense is the BUCS defense is the worst. I think.
Yeah. The
Probably.
Seattle defense is very good. And
Yeah.
guys are finally healthy.
Though. I'd go Bills.
I'll say Rams.
I'll say I'll do Rams as well, just to be not. I'm not taking the Bears or Packers. I
Can't take the
Super
Packers.
Six.
Like that's
No chance.
That's a
The game is here too. There's no chance.
You
All right,
staying?
one more. I'm not. Unfortunately, I'm not staying. We have a playoff flag football game Saturday. I have to be at.
ooh.
Assistant coach.
Are you
All
favored or you guys dogs?
Probably favored in this one. If we win, we will not be favored in the championship game.
Good to know.
We'll probably be favored by, I would guess, like, there's a weird scoring system where you go for 1, 2, or 3 after you score a touchdown.
Okay.
So you can't be. I would say we're probably favored by like 5 in this game.
So it's like you go from the 2-yard line, you get a point. You go from like the 4, you get 2.
Yeah.
You go from the 6, you get like.
I got to coach a game 3 weeks ago by myself because our head coach wasn't there. We won like 42-14. I was pretty proud of myself. I just dialing up plays, just drawing stuff up in the ground. I loved it.
Now, do these kids get it?
Okay. My biggest gripe about it's not even our team is like teams play zone on us, right? They play basically, you play a 3-3, it's 6-on-6.
Okay.
And you play a 3-3. And the best teams, what they do is what NFL teams and college teams do is like they find the hole in the zone, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I draw plays for the kids, and I'm the assistant coach, so Nick does a great job coaching them, is I try to tell them like, yes, Nick Sirianni, yes. I tell them like to stop, you have to stop in the zone. So like if I draw like a route and they're running zone, I need you to stop in the zone. And they don't get that. So they just run. I'm like, but the best teams, what they do is they just wait till about, you have 4 seconds to throw the ball. About 3.5 seconds, someone is open in a zone somewhere. Like they just sort of sit typically over the ball and they're open. And so we got to work on that. We're still working on it. We don't practice. We just show up on play, essentially.
Peak for that championship game. You want to play your best ball in the playoffs.
We're probably not good enough to win that game, but we'll see. If things break our way, we played the team that we're going to play the championship game already, and we lost by a couple scores. We also dropped a touchdown pass. They hit on a Hail Mary to end the first half, so we have a chance. Saturday at noon is our first game. Wish me luck.
Look forward to
and thankfully, Oregon plays at 9:00 in the previous night, so I don't have to worry about like college football because we know that it's not good when Oregon is playing at a flag football game.
I'm honestly more excited about your flag game than this next quarterback matchup.
So. The last Super 6. Who will have more passing yards? The game in Madrid between Tua and Marcus Mariota. It is a game featuring 2 players that are Polynesian from Hawaii.
Mm-hmm.
That I believe Mariota is like the idol of Tua, right? Because they're
correct.
I believe that's correct.
Yeah, he paved
the way. And I would imagine. Can they tie? Can neither?
It's got to be Tua.
Correct. Of course, it's got to be Tua.
I mean, we would throw for 300 yards against the Commanders.
How do you feel about Dan Quinn taking over the defense, though? Might give him a little edge.
Are the players changing?
They're not changing, Bear, unfortunately. But we saw Dan Campbell take over play calling for the Lions, and that paid off a little bit.
Could that maybe help him maybe win Coach of the Year?
Who?
Dan Campbell.
Is that a wager made?
No. Oh, I do. It was.
You check the list.
By the way, I love Madrid. I would go to Madrid just to go to Madrid. Awesome city.
Yeah.
Go to grab a little dinner at the pharmacy, catch a flamenco show.
Is that code for something?
No. I'm saying you made
do another country.
No, flamenco is a traditional Spanish dance.
Oh, okay.
We had an awesome time.
Yeah.
And the pharmacy is like a historic type.
Food good?
Oh, God. Head to Mercado San Miguel. We would do some serious damage at Mercado San Miguel.
I'd get thrown out of the bar probably.
It's basically, I don't want to.
You would, yeah.
It's basically. I don't want to say flea market because it's not, but it's just a stand. It's like a wrought
an outdoor market.
But it's indoor in this wrought iron kind of frame with glass and their little market stands.
Yeah, like Barcelona has one of them too. We're like, I've been to one in Barcelona like this.
I mean, I think I went from like paella to some. It was out of this world. I miss Mercado San Miguel so much.
I went to one of those places and I asked for a paella and it said on the menu for 2. And the guy asked me like, it's for 2. I'm like, I'm aware. Just bring my freaking paella that I asked for 2. I just ate the meat out of it. Just cut the rice in half and just eat the rest of the meat.
Correct.
It's not even rice. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's the way to go on like a sandwich sometimes too. Like you go like I do that at Chick-fil-A, by the way. With my I get like the chicken biscuit with egg white and American cheese, and I'll just take half of the biscuit off and just go. Gotta watch my figure here.
Chick-fil-A is so good. It's like crack for the kids, buddy. They love Chick-fil-A so much. Those chicken minis. I'm not gonna take them. Saturday morning, I'm gonna bring them some Chick-fil-A.
They're perfect.
They love Chick-fil-A.
What a Saturday.
Not a sponsor, could be.
Plenty of sponsors that could be. I think we've exhausted our travel and food and whatever else. Sammy, you good?
I'm good.
Perfect. Sammy, for Geoff, I'm Bear. Thanks again for watching. Rate, review, subscribe, Apple, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you get your pods. And remember, the less you bet, the more you lose when you win. Bear Bets full episodes drop twice a week right here on the Bear Bets YouTube channel. Remember to subscribe to stay ahead of the odds, and let's celebrate all of our wins together.